Samurotts and Salamander here, and welcome to Season 4 of the Eon World Trophy. I'm Salem, the coach of Solihull Samurotts, and this time we're going to be going over my picks for this season in the draft recap. So this is going to be a lot longer probably than a lot of my other draft recaps I've done, because instead of drafting one team, we actually drafted 3 teams this season. Since the way that this league works for this time around is that it kind of works like playoffs, where if you lose, you're out, and that's it. Except in round 1, if you lose, you go into a loser's bracket and you get 1 extra game. But for the rest of it, it's like you're done when you lose. So you have like quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals, and the further you go, the more points you get. And you do this 3 times with 3 different teams. And once that's all done, you use one of your teams and you do the semi-finals and the finals, I guess. If depending on how many points you got. So we've got 3 times. I'm not gonna be able to word for like a whole hour, however long this is gonna be. So just get ready for me just to fuck up my words, because it's gonna happen a lot. So first up, my first team that I picked, I started off the draft with Tapu Koko. Another thing I forget to mention is we're only drafting against ourselves. So I can pick whatever I want and not worry about sniping. All I've got to worry about is, me using it already on a different team. Because I can't, since I picked Tapu Koko on this team, I can't use Tapu Koko on either of my other 2 teams. So I kind of got to decide which Pokemon, fits the best in certain teams. So there's a few times where, I had a Pokemon in one team and I ended up switching it over to a different team later on. Tapu Koko I chose because I think the best I've ever done in a draft league was the Season 2 MTBA, which was Monotype. And it was with my Fighting type team. And I also really enjoyed the Season 1 of the MTBA, which was my Electric type team. And I was just like, I enjoyed Electric type team. I kind of want, I'm not going to go Mono Electric because, I don't need to. But I am going to make a sort of Electric Terrain themed comp. So I want to start off with Tapu Koko, so I got, a good Electric Fairy type. It's a Surge setter mon, so I can set out Electric Terrain, which is really nice. And, it's just a really good overall pick. I love the Mom. I definitely wanted to use it. Electric's one of my favourite types, so when I was trying to think of who to add on different teams, there was always, one Electric type, which was yes, I want to use this on my team. And Koko was it for this one. I also have Alolan Raichu. I thought, Surge Surfer really good. Also adds a Psych type to my team. Adds a lot of speed to my team, since Tapu Koko has 130 base. And then Raichu has 110 base, and then also has Surge Surfer. So, I'm a pretty fast bean. I'm not gonna lie. Which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I've also got Goodra, since I needed some bulk. And I ended up kind of not going with a complete Electric Terrain team. I kind of mixed it with Rain a bit. So I've got a pseudo Electric Terrain Rain kind of comp going on. And I figured Goodra is pretty good because it's immune to Grass with Sipper, if I decide to use that. Which is pretty good against my team because it's a lot of Electric and Water types. So, they can resist... They can resist Electric with Grass type attacks and be super effective against Water types. But I've also got Hydration, which is really nice when added with my Rain. I've got Gooey as well, which I can use as an option, but those other 2 abilities are just really good with considering the team I have. And adds a lot of bulk to my team because the first 2 mons aren't too bulky, especially Raichu. So I got Goodra quite later on. Then I'm saying it. It's quite early on in here because I replaced it with something else last minute. I can't remember what I had instead, to be honest, at the first. I think it was it was Regieleki. I replaced it with I had Regieleki originally because I wanted a Rapid Spin user. And I was like, I don't really need it. It's really fast. I need more bulk than speed right now. So I ended up getting Goodra. And going against what I just said, because, I guess it's defensively bulky. I got Katana, which is insanely fast and insanely offensive. It's got quite a bit of defense, to be fair, as well. It just doesn't have a lot of HP, special attack or special defense. Kartana thought would be really good in the rain just because its main weakness is fire, and I've kind of weakened that weakness. Or, you know, dampened that weakness a bit with a rain. So, you know, I can just freely kind of knock off Leaf Blade, Psycho Cut, Psycho Sword, just do whatever I want. And not worry too much. Maybe get some Beast Boosts off to raise my attack as well. That would be pretty nice. I can try do that. And yeah, it's just a good mon. Adds a bit more unique typing into my team while also sticking to the theme. Because, you know, it's not electric or water. And you know, it's just good. It's just good. Gives me a ground type counter as well with the grass typing. And also a really good electric counter. Because, you know, grass steel just quad immune. Quad immune? Quad resistant. I can't fucking word today, Jesus. I'm gonna be able to do an hour of this, oh my god. I feel like I'm just gonna be get slowly more brain dead throughout this video. But yeah, that's my Kartana pick. I also picked Pelipper because of course I need a rain setter if I'm gonna go with a rain team. I figured Pelipper's better than Politoed just because I also get Tailwind, U-turn. Also got a ground immunity, which is really nice because it got a lot of electric type, so having a ground immunity is pretty good. It's pretty good. I really wish it had a lot more physical attack because it gets a decent amount of physical moves looking at it, like U-turn, Seed Bomb, Brave Bird. Like, it gets a lot of good physical moves, and I'm like, why? What, knock off? Why is he? Why you got 50 attack, bro? Huh? Why you got 50 attack? Like, I wish we were more physically attacking. I mean, like, Hurricane's nice on you, I guess. As you know, set up the rain, Hurricane, you're done. But it's just a shame. You're wasting a lot of physical coverage. But we got Pelipper, and they're on the squad. We also got Seismitoad. Getting an electric immunity with the water ground type. Also get Swift Swim, which is really nice. Its stats line's pretty average. It doesn't, you know, it's quite bulky because it has 105 HP and then like 75 in each stat. But it doesn't really like excel in anything by, pardon me, bar HP. But it's got like a lot of move coverage. Swift Swim really helps, so I can, you know, it works quite well. Especially because it's not too many points. But I can kind of use it as like a sweeper and a bit of bulk as well because its stat lines are so balanced. Then we got Armaldo, which is another Swift Swim user. Also a bit more unique typing with Rock and Bug. So add some more diversity to my team. Has a lot of great physical moves that like you wouldn't really expect from a Rock or Bug type. Like, you know, it's got a water type coverage. It's got knockoff, which is nice. It's got rapid spin, which is the main reason I like it. Because I could always like start sweeping. If rain's going down, I can just rapid spin if I think I can take a Pokemon just to ensure that I outspeed even after the rain. And also just get rid of some rocks, which is pretty good because I got rid of Regieleki, so I needed a new rapid spinner. Like, I've got some defog users. I just love having rapid spin, just in case I set my own rocks up. You know, I want to have my own thing, and just the speed boost is really nice as well. Then we got Toxicroak, Poison Fighting, another bit more unique typing on my team. It's got Dry Skin, which really helps in the rain. I used it before my Fighting type team. It's pretty good. Just gotta be careful of Psychic types and just Psychic type moves in general, because it'll just just die instantly. Toxicroak's kind of like Seismitoad again, where like it doesn't really excel in much. It's got like good attack, but it's kind of got like 80 to 60 across the board. So it doesn't. It's like, ooh, you know, it's just all right. And its main things were just to kind of just heal in the rain, add some coverage to me. You know, it's got a lot of move coverage as well, which I like. And it's just fun. I needed a fighting type. I also needed poison type, and I was like, get Toxicroak, put it in the rain, you're done, you know? It's pretty good. Then we got Kingdra, because another Swift Swim user adds a dragon type to my team when... I already have Goodra, I guess. But like, it kind of lets me switch them out if I want, unless I want to run both dragons. Because I've got my bulky dragon, and then I've got my Speedy Boy Gonzalez dragon. Again, very balanced stat line, 95 in everything, bar speed, but, you know, Swift Swim kind of makes it insane, and then 75 HP. It's got a lot of good moves. It's got a Flip Turn, which is nice, and not a lot of the Pokemon have that. So I could always just get in the rain, like, you know, scout out, do I want to stay in or not, and just Flip Turn if I don't. So I can just outspeed and send in someone else that's a bit more advantageous. Hurricane it gets, which is insane that it gets Hurricane. You know, it gets Dragon Pulse, Draco Meteor, Flash Cannon. It's a lot of nice special moves. Also a lot of like a few good physical moves as well. So I could run Iron Head, Waterfall, Flip Turn, like I already mentioned, and just, you know, just go ham. I'm probably gonna run more special. You know, it's what most people do. It's got a bit better special coverage and physical, but it's still an option, and I like having those options. Like, I like having variety in my teams. Then we have Rotom Heat. I needed a fire type, I thought. Like, I mean, I guess I didn't really need it, but like, I like having a fire or electric type. And it's not the best fire type. It only has overheat for the coverage. But like, it's just more like, you know, if I'm going to be in the rain most of the time, I don't really want to be using fire too much, because I'm just hurting myself. But at the same time, I figured Rotom Heat would just add a bit more to my team. So I have fire coverage if I need it. But also, it's just quite bulky. Can do some nice shenanigans with like Will-O-Wisp, Trick, Foul Play, all that kind of stuff. Pain Split. Like, it's pretty bulky. 107 each defense. So, you know, Rotom's always fun to use, so I'm gonna have fun with that. And then finally, there's Double. Double was like really weird in the MTBA, like, because it's so low tier, but like it was just fucking wrecking house, and I was like, what the fuck? What is this sheep doing? Like, how is it this good? But Fluffy with it is just great. Like, I love having Fluffy on it. It was just funny seeing a bunch of sets where like it just, you know, you can't guard up and just body press and you win. That was really entertaining to see, and I think with the rain as well, that just helps even more so, because, you know, Fluffy makes you weak to fire, and I don't need to worry about it really, because the rain will just weaken it a bit more as well. So I can kind of just sit there and just get as many body press kills as I can. And that's the kind of strat I have with Double if I bring it. So that's the entirety of Team 1. It's, you know, my Storm comp of just rain and lightning, rain and electricity, and electric terrain. I'm hoping it's quite fun to use. I like the concept at least. Like mix and matching terrain with rain, because they go quite well with each other. You know, Thunder never misses now and also does a shit ton of damage. And I think it just works. I hope it works anyway. I'm gonna find out when I use it, I guess. But like, I just like the concept of it, you know. So that's the first team we're rolling with. For the second team, which I guess is also the first team, because this is what we're using in the first bracket. But it's second team in like order that I made them at least. We've got Flygon, because of course I fucking have Flygon. I literally have it like almost every season. In every league I do, I'm just like, ooh, what if I drafted Flygon right now? Because I just love Flygon. I knew I was going to use it in one of those 3 teams, and I just decided to use it on this one. I love Flygon just because it's got very mixed stats all around. Got a lot of good coverage. I can run it special. I can run it physical. I always name it after my favorite Fire Emblem character, so I always want to, you know, I always just want to use it. Mascot of the channel. And I'm just happy to use it again. can use Flygon fairly well, I guess, just because, like, I use it so much, so I know how to use it, I guess. You know, sometimes I don't get to use it to full its potential, and, like, I'm like, oh, I didn't get too many kills with it this season, or I kind of got fucked for season, but I think I've used it enough to be like, yeah, I'm very comfortable with this mon. I just enjoy using it, and I'm excited to use them again. Then we got Incineroar. Incineroar's always fun to use. I just love intimidating punch shot shenanigans you can do. Like, you can get a lot of just control in a match with Incineroar. Because if you send it out, lower someone's attack, but they don't really want their attack lowered. You can kind of force a switch, but then also parting shot, which may force another switch. So I just love how much control of a match you can get with Incineroar. It's really easy to start leading the game with it. Especially if I can get someone with Stealth Rocks to set some rocks up at some point in the match. I don't even think I got a good rock setter. No, I got rock setters. So, you know, I could always set rocks and then just have Incineroar just go ham with the switches and hope for the best. So it's just really fun to use. And speaking of rock setters, because I forgot I had rocks for a second, we got Azelf. Azelf's another one that's really fun to use. I really love like the Lake Trio. I haven't really used Uxie before, but I like Azelf and Mesprit. Azelf's like the most offensive of the three. Really good mix attacker. It's got a lot of different moves. I could use physical special. Got a lot of speed as well. And it's just versatile. It's just got good utility with Stealth Rocks, like I already mentioned. Has good setup moves like Nasty Plot as well. It's got U-turn, and it outspeeds a lot, so I could always just U-turn. Which works with Parting Shot, you know, Incineroar. Parting Shot out, send in Azelf, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna U-turn now after I set out Rux. And just keep making them switch. Or, like, because I'm switching my mons, and hopefully that makes them switch their mons, and take a bunch of damage from my Stealth Rocks. And that's the kind of plan with them. Next we got Thunderous Furion. You know, like I said earlier, I like having... There's a bunch of electric types where I'm just like, yes, I want to use this Pokemon. And Thunderous Furion is one of them. I think like my favourite electric types to use in draft are probably like Zeraora, Thunderous Furion, and Topic Coco. So I wanted to... I mean, I guess I'll spoil Team 3 a bit with Zeraora there. But like, I always just kind of want to just use them at least. Those are like my go-to electric mons in draft. I just really like them. Volt Absorb's really nice on this. It's got so much coverage. It's a lot better of a special attacker, but I can use it physical if I really wanted to. Like, you know, it's got U-turn knockoff. It's only like the only real downside of Thunderous Furion is that like it doesn't get any good like flying coverage. Which is like, you know, which is a shame because, you know, it's stab. But like it doesn't get any good flying type stab moves. Which is pretty unfortunate. But maybe Gen 9 will change that. Who knows? But unfortunately this gen there isn't that much. I kinda wish I got Hurricane. Hurricane Thunderous Furion would be kinda wild, I'm not gonna lie. Because does it only get Fly? Is that like the only like flying type move that it gets? I think it is. I mean, it gets Defog, but you know that's not offensive. Yeah, I think it flies the only flying type move it gets, which is a bit yikes. Not gonna lie. But yeah, besides that, it's a really good mom. It doesn't have too many. I think it's just weak to ice, and that's it. Because yeah. Like, it's really insane with its typing because, like, you know, Volt Absorb gets rid of the electric, like, you know, which is neutral on it. Oh, it's Rock as well, I'm stupid. Rock and Ice, but that's still, like, you know, that's still pretty good. And it's just a good mon. I don't know what else to say, it's a good mon. I feel like I'm going to say that a lot in this video and just be like, yep, I like this mon, it's good. Next mon. We got Aegislash next. I haven't really used Aegislash before, not gonna lie. So I need some ASMR water drinking there. So Aegislash will be pretty interesting to use. I'm using it in another draft league at the moment, which is going on at the same time, which is just with friends that I'm not uploading. So hopefully I'll get a lot of practice using it, since it's part of my main core. But it's a fun mon with stance change. I hope I enjoy using it a lot. I kind of didn't realize how stance change worked initially, to be honest, because I thought that any status move that Aegislash uses would make it go into shield form, but it's only King Shield that does that. Which kind of ruins a few sets I had in mind originally, and then I was like, oh, I can't do this, never mind. Because I was hoping I could, like, autotomize and, like, be bulky while I boost my speed, but apparently it's just like, no, it doesn't work like that, which is a bit of a shisage, but oh well. But it's got a lot of good moves. You know, it's got, like, Head Smash, Sacred Sword. It's got weirdly high special attack as well. Like, when it goes into Blade form, it's got really high attack and special attack, so you're like, whoa. Like, I can use, like, Shadow Ball or Flash Cannon and stuff with one as well. Which is pretty good. And yeah, it's just good. It's just good, Mom. Said it again, like I said I was going to. Then we got Lycanroc Dusk form. Really fast, really offensive. Has a shit ton of coverage. Like, Iron Head, Close Combat, Play Rough, Outrage, Iron Head. Its only downside is it doesn't get Earthquake. I have to go to a Drill Run instead, which is, you know, can be a bit annoying just because of the 95% accuracy. Another Stealth Rock user. It's got Zen Headbutt as well, or Psychic Fangs, I guess is a bit better. And it's got priority as well with Excel Rock and Quick Attack. We're probably going to be going with Excel Rock more than like 9 times out of 10 just because of a Rock stab. And nothing's immune to Rock. But like, I don't think I've used Lycanroc before other than in playthroughs. But I feel like it's a pretty simple mon to kind of get a grip around. Tough Claws is really good. So I'm just pretty excited to use it. Then we got Alolan Ninetales. It doesn't fit with the team too well, if I'm being honest. But I needed a Fairy type, and I didn't have an Ice type. And I thought, you know what? It might be good to have Aurora Veil occasionally. Just weaken the opponent's attacks. Like, Aurora Veil is such good utility. It just doesn't synergize well for the rest of my team. But Hail like will hurt me and them as well for like the same amount, hopefully 9 times out of 10. So, you know, I'm hoping if I can bring it, it can just set up some screens and then just vibe, I guess. Got Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast, Ice Beam. It doesn't get too much coverage, not gonna lie. But it's not really there for coverage, it's literally there just to set up screens. It's got a pretty decent stat line. It's got like good special defense, good speed, okay special attack, not the best, but you know, it's a weird stat line because it's like its best stats are special defense and speed. So like it doesn't really hit hard even though it's fast. Like it's kind of just there for the utility mainly. Next we have Hitmonlee. I needed a fighting type. It adds a rapid spin user to my team, which is really nice. You know, I mentioned I like having those. It's got some good moves like Fake Out, like Bullet Punch, Blaze Kick for some good fire coverage, Earthquake, Poison Jab against fairy types. It's just, you know, it's just a good mon. Like, I just don't know what else to say. Well, it probably wasn't a good idea to record this at like midnight, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, we move, we vibe. It's got some okay abilities like Limber and Reckless. Like Reckless can be fun with high jump kick. Or it could just unburden and just hopefully switch into a knockoff and sweep or something maybe, who knows. That would be fun. And then we've got another Pokemon which is on my like a lot of these Pokemon weird for whatever reason I've got on my my other draft team. Like in the draft league I'm doing with my friends right now, I've got Flygon, Aegislash, and the next pick Tentacruel. Like, I've got 3 Mons on this team. Oh, and Incineroar. I'm pretty sure I have Incineroar as well. Yeah, Incineroar, Flygon, Aegislash, Tentacruel. So, like, 4 of my Mons out of, like, the 10 I have on that team. I've got on this team. So, I'm hoping I'll adapt to them quite quickly, just because I have to use them in the other league as well. Tentacruel's another Rapid Spin user. It's got some not great amounts of attack and special attack, but it's got coverage, I guess. It's really weirdly fast. Like, it's got 100 speed, and it also has a lot of special defense. So the main thing I just want to do with it is just, you know, just have the utility of Rain Dance, Rapid Spin. It's also got Toxic Spikes, which is really nice. I can make it a lot more bulky with Acid Armor. Haze can be pretty good at times, like someone setting up. And it's a good mon. It's a good mon. Oh my god, I can't with it today. I really can't. Anyway, next time on Dragon Ball Z, we have Miltank. Another really fast mon. Like, my team, like, high key, speed-wise, is kind of cracked. Like, Aegislash and Incineroar are, like, are the slow mons. Everyone else is, like, 80 or above. No, I have the last pick as well, which is pretty slow, but I'm not going to bring in too much. But, like, you know, we got Azalf at 115, Flygon 100, 101 Thunderous Furion, 110 Lycanroc, 109 Ninetales, 100 Tentacruel. Like, my speed tier is, like, pretty good. Like, not gonna lie. And Miltank is one of those ones that's really weirdly fast because, like, it's bulky as well. It's got a lot of defense. And it's also got Milk Drink, which makes it even more bulky because I can just heal myself whenever I want. And because it's normal type, it's got a lot of coverage too. Body Press is going to be really nice as well because it's got 105 defense. So, you know, that'll be just good to have. I can just make it a fast physical sweeper and also just make it do a lot of, like, eat up a lot of physical hits as well. Ability wise, you know, it could get a switch in for some fire and ice types as well, Thick Fat, or give myself a grass immunity, or could just go Scrappy and, you know, be immune to Intimidate and be able to hit ghost types as well, which is really good. I apparently didn't know Scrappy could make you immune to Intimidate though too, which is really fucking good. Shit, that's something that'll come in handy. And finally, I had 1 point left, so I was like, what can I buy for 1 point? And I bought Shedinja just because, even if I don't bring it, it kind of just makes you think about it. Like, you're like, oh shit, I need to be able to hit this in case I bring it, because, like, if I bring Shedinja for whatever reason and they don't have, like, coverage, they're like, oh god, like, I can't win now because I can't hit it with anything. I haven't really seen what it does. It's kind of just there because it's like, oh, you can't hit me, lol. But I can go with, like, I'll probably go, like, Focus Sash or Heavy Duty Boots on it. It's got good attack, just not anything else. I feel like they should have gave, like, they kind of fucked Shedinja a bit, though. Like, I know it's got Wonder Guard, but, like, I feel like they should have gave it a bit more speed, at least. Like, just maybe, like, 80 at least. Just because it's really fucking slow. Like, like, it's supposed to be a ninja. Like, why is it a slow beam? Why is it a slow beam? But I can go with, like, like, Leech Life, get that 1 HP back. You know, just in case. It's just, yeah, it's just mainly there to just like, fuck with people's builds, I guess. And just be really annoying. And that's the team I'm going to be using in the first bracket as well. And then, last but not least, we have my third team. Starting off with Latias. I wanted a I was trying to make it like a Dragon Fairy Steel Core. That would be good to have. And last time, I think it was last time anyway, I picked like Flygon Heatron. I can't remember what my fairy was, but like I had like a good start to a good like Dragon Steel Fairy Core, and I was just like, I want to have like an even stronger start this time, because you know, Flygon's good, but I was like, Latias is just even more bulky, better type arguably, because like it's not quad weak to ice. It's got a lot of good moves as well. You know, I'm not going to really run it as mixed as Flygon, but the options are there. As you know, it gets Dragon Dance and Earthquake and a few physical moves. It's better. It's better as a special attacker, but like, you know, the options there. But it makes my Fairy Dragon Steel Core really bulky, especially with the other Pokemon that I picked for that core. Now, I've already talked a bit about this, but, you know, other mon I wanted to use in the electric typing was Zeraora. Really love this mon. It's got a lot of coverage, especially for an electric type. It's got robbed that it wasn't electric fighting. But it got Volt Absorb as well, which is nice. Give me an electric immunity. Which is really good, because I've got a couple, you know, I've got Togekiss, shit, I was just my next mon, I guess. But I've got, you know, flying and water types that like are weak to it. So it's nice to have that switch in. It's really, really fast for 143 speed. Good mixed attacker as well if I want, with 102 special attack. And it can be surprisingly bulky. Like, I've seen like bulk up sets on this where it's like, oh damn. Like, that's kind of going hard right now. But I love Zeraora. It's my main in Unite, so can't wait to use it again. I don't think I've used it in draft since like the MTBA Season 1, so I'm happy to use it again. And we'll, you know, just have fun with it. Next up is Togekiss, which I already said. Part of my Fairy Dragon Steel Core. It can be really annoying with Serene Grace. It's got a lot of coverage again with stuff like, you know, Aura Sphere gets extreme speed for whatever reason. I mean, I guess it's like a jet plane, but still. It gets Flamethrower. I can set up with Nasty Plot. And it is pretty bulky as well. 115 special defense, 95 defense. So again, just adds a lot more bulk to my team. I can do some dumb shit with Serene Grace with like Ancient Power and Air Slash if I really wanted to. It should be fun, because, you know, is it 40% Ancient Power with Serene Grace? And then, like, 60% Air Slash? Oh, no, it's doubled. Okay, I thought it was, like, flat out just 30%. So I guess 20% chance to Ancient Power is alright still. And 30% chance to Air Slash? No, this would be 60, wouldn't it? Yeah. So I can do some dumb shit with, Togekiss, and I can't wait to be an arsehole with it. Then the other mon I almost spoiled was Urshifu. I've used it once before, and it was pretty good. I think it's just a bit slower than I thought, like with 97. But it hits like a truck. Surging Strikes is a great move. I don't know why I thought it was a bit like Water Shuriken, but I guess it isn't. It hits multiple times, but I don't know why I thought Surging Strikes had priority. It'd be kind of mental if it did. I need a drink again. It gets some good, like, it's got Fire Punch for whatever reason. I think it gets it gets all the elemental punches, which is really cool. Aqua Jet, it's got for priority. I just wish it was a little bit faster. It's all, you know, it'd be nice. Because, like, there's a lot of shit that gets 100 speed these days. But I was looking for a water type, I was looking for a fighting type, so boom, put them together, we got Urshifu. Next up, to end off the Steel Dragon Fairy Core, we got Heatron. You know, that was part of my core last time, and I don't think I used it too well, so hopefully I'll use it a bit better this time. It's got a lot of coverage with stuff like Dark Pulse, Earth Power. It's got Stealth Rocks as well, which is really nice. It's got a lot of defenses. I've got to be careful of ground types, but like, I've got immunities with like Latias and Togekiss. So I've got good switch-ins. So I think I've ended up with like a really, like, considering both my both the rest of the the 3 core members for the Dragon Fairy Steel core are like immune to ground and one's quad weak, I think is really good. Because it's like, oh, let me just switch into either of these 2 types depending on the situation. And it kind of covers for their weaknesses pretty well. And it's, you know, it's just good. It's just good. Then we have Elegas because, you know, I need to be a bit cheaper with points here. But it's got Regenerator and Rapid Spin. I wanted a Rapid Spin user and I saw this was cheap. I don't know why it's so low tier. Considering just like the Regenerator and Rapid Spin. Like, you know, it's just for those 2 things alone, it seems like it's got good utility. It's got a lot of special defense. It doesn't have much speed. Or like attack or special attack. I could make it like more bulky with Cotton Guard to make it defensively and special defensively bulky. I feel like I'm starting to see why it's so like not great looking at its moves, because it just doesn't have that much. Like, it's got Pollen Puff, it's got Leaf Storm, Leech Seed. Yeah, it just doesn't get really many moves really. It's got Aromatherapy. Like, it's just, it doesn't have much to like attack with, I guess. It's mainly just like, oh, it's just utility. But that's not bad, especially like considering it was like really few points. Like, it's 2 points, I think. So I'll scoop it up. It's a good pick for that little points. Then we have Ditto, which I haven't used before, but it's one of my friend's favorite Pokemon. It's like the Shedinja, where it's just an arse to like draft for, and I can just be really just shitty with it and just send it out on different stuff to kind of gauge what moves they've got. Like scout out what they've got and maybe like, you know, use it to my advantage if I can. So hopefully Ditto will be a good pick. You know, if I don't use it, it's just good to have on the team, I think, just for building purposes. Then next up, I didn't have a ground type or poison type, and I was like, oh, I really want both these types. And I was spending very little points at this point, so I was like, I can kind of splurge a bit on one mom and just go cheap for the rest. So then we're getting Nidoking. Nidoking is one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. Just because it's got like, it's a pretty mixed stat line, so I can run it attack, you know, I can run it bulky and like just mixed attack, like physical, special. It's got an insane amount of moves. Like, I don't know why the Nidoking Queen gets so many moves, but it's got like a lot of coverage. Like, you'd think they were a normal type with the amount of coverage you have. It adds some good bulk to my team. It gives me a good poison type and good ground type in one go. Hopefully, I can use it well, because I do really like the Mon. And I'm just, it's just excited to use it. Then we got Sableye. Sableye I use a lot. As you guys know, you've seen me use it almost as much as Flygon, probably. It's so cheap, and it's just a dickhead Pokemon. With Prankster, like, Prankster's probably one of my favourite abilities. I can go with some, like, Willow, Toxic shenanigans, Trick shenanigans. It's just here to be an arsehole, really. And I like arsehole Pokemon, which is why I picked my next one, Chinchino. Because a Skill Link King's Rock is just a bitch. It's got 115 speed. If I can just, like, get flinches for days, molto bene, it's done its job. It is literally here to be an arsehole. I figured, even though I already have a normal type, I don't really have one, because Ditto kind of just transforms into whatever the opponent has out. So I was like, oh, I don't really have a normal type. So I was just like, I'll go Chinchino. I get some okay coverage. You know, it is a normal type. U-turn's fun. Rock Blast, Seed Bomb, you know, it's got like all the multi-hit moves. Not all of them, I guess, but you know, it's got quite a lot. I kind of wish it got like Icicle Crash as well. I think there's a different one, Icicle Spear or Icicle Crash, one of the two. It's because Triple Axel doesn't really get effect skill link much, but it's just good. It's just good. It's very annoying. And then we got Regirock. Regirock has defense for days. I know I didn't have a rock type yet, so I was just like, well, I might as well just get one. And add a bit more bulk to my team. I could run Rock Polish on Regirock if I wanted to just get it to outspeed everything, I guess. Why not? I don't know why. I was just looking at his moves and saw Rock Polish and was like, ayo, that's a strat. It's just there for bulk. I didn't really know what to finish my draft with. And I just saw a type I didn't have yet and just picked it. I also got Stealth Rocks, which is nice. It's just there to be a wall, really, and just to add the rock type to my team. Alright, I think that's it. That's all my Pokemon. I can feel my brain just dying right now. So I think that's just a good time to end it. Hopefully I'll be more awake when I'm actually in the games, because otherwise I'm just going to get fucked this season. But I hope you enjoyed. The rest of the coaches will be in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you next time, my dudes. Bye.